Hello, welcome to a vlog. This is not what I thought I would be filming, but I'm glad I'm filming it. I said in my last vlog, kind of wrapping up the cleaning and the organizing part of moving, that the next series or mini series would be about decorating and more individual projects and just ways to personalize a space. I'm still going to do that, but probably as either individual projects or as a 5 ways to blank, and just make it a little tighter, you know, a bit more compressed, a little less like all over the place. But I gotta say, over the last few weeks, I've really come to appreciate certain aspects of just casual vlogging. Number one, the casualness of casual vlogging, because I can tell you right now in this clip, in my introduction, that this is the 3rd time I am filming this, so my tea is cold, and oh, there was just a funny noise, and I am a little frustrated at my camera because the autofocus wouldn't pick up on my face. So the first 2 times I was not in focus, and I was just gonna let it go. But I put it on the computer. I'm like, no, this is not okay. We need to be in focus. So right now I think I am. I feel like it's probably something to do with the background, something like that. I think Canon uses color contrast to autofocus maybe. But so far it looks like I am focused, so fingers crossed we stay focused through this whole intro. Like I said, the casualness of vlogs really appeals to me. I can come up here, you know, a little puffy with no makeup on and feel perfectly okay as part of a vlog. Not that it wouldn't be okay in a regular video, but I think those are a bit more produced. And I plan for those. I might have to shoot B-roll clips. I set everything up. I wouldn't have like mismatched couch cushions. This is a situation from yesterday. Long story, things are soaking in my bucket with some OxiClean. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's just a bit more put together. But I enjoy being able to show you stuff throughout the week that as they come up and be like, hey guys, check this out, or this is kind of cool, or this is kind of annoying. Things that we usually put on Instagram, which I probably will still do. However, I know not all of you are Instagrammers, and videos are kind of fun. Not to mention, only because I'm on vacation at the moment and I will be for another little while, I have time to actually do vlogs like this. So I just keep it going for a while and see where it goes until I run out of time, and I'm sure we'll wean off of those. I still plan on doing some more like set themed videos. Those are still be coming, but I think right now we just all need to do things that make us feel safe and cozy and happy, and just sharing the everyday and things that you do to make yourself feel content. How about that? So what are my plans today? I am going to do a little grocery shopping. I probably won't take you along, it's a little too crazy out there, but I might show you a few things if I pick up something cool. I really want to go to TNT, I think. We'll see how busy they are. I have been watching a few new to me Asian food channels that cook, I want to say, Western fusion food. So the way I see this in my brain is, if it is Asian ingredients done up in a more Western way, and then there's Western ingredients done up in a more Asian way. Would you call that Asian fusion or Western fusion? Like, how does that work? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure. Call it what you want. But I think in Japanese food culture, there is a sub-niche called washoku. I'll put the word down here. I've heard it talked about in a few videos that I've watched before. And it's really taking either Western ingredients and doing them in an Asian way for an Asian palate, or some kind of a mixing of the two. And it's its whole own sub-niche. That totally appeals to me. Because even though I've been here for like decades, I do still prefer an Asian flavor palette. Like there will be times I crave a pesto pasta or a pizza. I'm really craving good pizza right now, but maybe not because of COVID. But most of the time I do on a weekly basis need to have Asian food. And those channels who make those recipes are really, like, they do it so well. So I'm hoping to try out some of those recipes. And then I want to pop by a beauty shop. Maybe Sephora, if they're open. I think they just reopened recently-ish. And look for like an everyday foundation. Now, let's backtrack. It's not like I don't already have a lot of foundations. It's not that I don't, you know, just kind of collect them. But on a regular basis, as you can tell from my moving vlogs, I don't wear base makeup every day. But the last couple of weeks, there has been days I've put on a little foundation and I'm like, oh, I look really pretty. Everything looks so smooth and I'm like really feeling it. But I will say most of the foundations I do own are on my personal spectrum, very perfecting. And I would want to put on a full face of other makeup. But I just want something casual, easy, simple, just throw it on when I just want to do eyebrows and stuff, but still look a little perkier, you know? So I think that's the plan for today. I don't know if I will catch up with you later today or maybe another day of the week, depending on what exciting things happen. But before we part ways, I do want to show you my beautiful tea mug. See, this is the kind of stuff I could only do in a vlog because it doesn't make any sense to do a separate video just about my mug. But I love my mug. This is from Chapters Indigo, which is, I guess, the equivalent of like Barnes & Noble, except that they sell a bit more lifestyle things nowadays. It's a gorgeous drip glaze mug with a bottom saucer, and I love the contrast in texture and color. It's unglazed on the bottom, and then it's glazed up top. I'm also trying not to move this too close because I think you'll get confused and start focusing here and not come back to my face, which is what happened earlier. It's gorgeous. It's like the sage green with a lot of texture. I love it. It's nice. So keep an eye out for like cool mugs like this and tea sets if you are Canadian. Sometimes they do some really neat things and they do shipping and stuff like that. All right, this girl's gonna go get some food because cold tea is not satiating enough, but I will catch you later. Hello, welcome to another morning. I didn't get up to a whole lot yesterday, but I did want to hop on here right now to show you a couple of beauty products that I've got on my face since I've got it on my face and I kind of like them. But also talk about yesterday's Asian grocery run experience, which was unexpectedly and surprisingly a little bit overwhelming, and I came home and I just felt drained. So I like to go, like if I'm on it, I like to go to the grocery shop like a bit after they open. I don't want to go right on the dot because I feel like they're still stocking early morning oftentimes. So I went like within an hour or so to the Asian grocery store. And I've shopped at many Asian grocery stores and most of them can be kind of like low-key grubby, you know? Like if you live local and you ever go to Crystal Mall, I used to shop there tons, and that's not a new experience for me. It's like Crystal Mall is like an open market sort of place. Don't wear your clean shoes and don't wear nice shoes, but otherwise prices are great, loads of stuff. But no, I wasn't like, I'm used to that, I'm okay with that. But I went to TNT, and it was an hour after they opened. I thought, okay, I'm gonna get some things done, browse around. It was so crowded and I felt so overwhelmed. I don't know if it's by the amount of people in the space. I think it's the amount of people in the tight space and the fact we're supposed to be careful about socially distancing. You're just trying to like dodge and avoid people all the time. It was a mess. And I came home and I was like not feeling it. So I never actually went back to Sephora or any of the beauty shops to try and get a foundation. But we'll go back to that conversation in a second. Anyway, I want to show you a few things I've got on my face. Some that's been working, some that's been not. So my skin lately has been in a funny spot. It's summertime and we've only just started having a couple of hot days, but I don't think it's the weather that's making my skin a little funky. I've been really patchy lately, especially around the sides of my face. And for a while I thought maybe I'm not exfoliating enough, or maybe I'm not hydrating enough. Some kind of balance is not balanced. So I actually made an order for some skincare online. If you want to, I can show you maybe in the next vlog. It's not here yet. But when I put foundation over my patches, of course, it's not going to sit well. So I pulled this out on a whim to see if it works. This is the PIXI Rose Flash Balm. And when this first came out, this is not a new product by the way, when this first came out, loads of people compared this to the Clarins Instant Radiance Flash Balm, something like that, which is like a primer. This has a silicone-ish feel, but I don't think it's full silicone. Like if you're used to using the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, that is like silicone, it's slick. This is more balmy, and I've kind of mostly concentrated on the sides of my face where I'm feeling really patchy. So then when I put my foundation on, which today I'm wearing the Mercier Perfecting Lumiere, this right now is a little dry for me. I think it's a little too matte, a little too dry. My skin's not gelling with this quite as well. But this does seem to help. Now this was an older product that was sent to me from PR, and as with like when I used to do beauty videos, anything I mentioned I will link down below in the info bar. I will put a little asterisk next to it. That just means it was sent to me as part of a press release or something like that. All opinions on my own. I'm not affiliated, not being paid, all that spiel. You know what I'm talking about. But I did pull this back out, try and give it a try. So far so good. I'm trying not to use it every day because if it is silicone laden, I'm going to break out because I can't do silicone on my face day to day today. And then color wise, I've pulled this back out, and you guys let me know if Cargo is still around where you live. I don't think so. I think they went bankrupt or something. So unfortunate. But this color is called Tonga. It's just their powder blush, and I really like this shade. This is not a shade I would have picked on my own to buy. I picked this out when I was doing, quite a number of years ago, I did a series of videos with London Drugs in collaboration, and this is one of the products I chose for a look, just because I thought the tones really matched. And now that I put it back on my face, it's actually a really great neutral blush color. When people talk about a blush that leans a little bit cool but shows up in a way that blends really nicely with your skin tone, I think this one does for me. And I'd love to find another blush in this color. Not that I'm ever going to go through this, but just so I can recommend to you, like when I use this in the future, I can tell you, hey, try this color, it's very similar. Yeah, it's a really nice color. Like you can barely tell I've got it on, but that's kind of the whole point. When you put on a foundation that blanks out a lot of your face, you do want to put a little bit something back on your cheeks. Okay. Well, let's talk about something that doesn't work or hasn't been working. When this first came out, I was really on board with it. This is the Fenty Beauty eyebrow pencil, right? And it's the one with the funky brush at the end. Instead of a spoolie, it's got a brush. Here, there you go. The last couple of times I've been using it, and my brows are not the way I love them today, but we're gonna do hair, it's gonna cover everything. the longer I've had it, the drier the consistency of the actual pencil became. And now when I put it on, it feels really crumbly. When I first got it, it was like a nice medium waxy consistency. I don't know what has been going on. When I did my eyebrows today, they felt really dry and crumbly, the texture of the pencil. So I don't know if that's normal. If you own this and you have had it for a couple of months, let me know if that's a thing for you as well. One that I really liked before, the Dior brow style, I really liked, but that was getting expensive. One of my favorite brow pencils, which is even more expensive than Dior, is the Hourglass one that one of you recommended, and I'm totally on board. So I actually might go back to that one, because this Fenty, I don't know what's going on. My brows just look really flaky today. I'm going to go and set up to film a video, or a couple of videos. I'm going to film a sew and tell, so showing you what I've sewed recently and how I would wear it within my wardrobe. And then I'm going to film a update to some decisions I've made about the vintage 3-piece suit. You may or may not see that video before this one. I'll have to see and figure it out. I've still got a couple of videos to edit from the move in vlog. Thanks so much, guys, for like sticking around for that whole series. I know it's super long, but it was nice to be able to chat with someone throughout the process of me like sorting this space out. All right, I'm gonna go set up and I will catch you a bit later. It's so good. Every time I've been making coffee the past while, what I do is I'll do like an 8 ounce, maybe 8 to a 10 ounce in the my Keurig mini, like right there, and I will drink it in 2 cups, if you will. So whatever comes out, I'll take half, put it in a mug, and I'll add some of, actually let me just go get it for you right now. Okay, don't mind me. This is my favorite off-the-shelf coffee creamer. It's the International Delight Hazelnut. Looks like so. So I add a splash of this, and then I'll add a good glug, like fill up the mug of this Silk Organic Soy vanilla flavor beverage. And together, I suppose, it kind of makes like a soy latte-ish situation. In my absolute favorite, grumpy but gorgeous mug. You all know this mug. And it's great. And I can have 2 cups of this, so it's not like too much caffeine. I don't feel like, I don't know. For me, even a cup a day of coffee feels like a lot. I don't necessarily react awfully one way or the other to coffee or caffeine. Like I'll drink tea at 11 at night and still fall asleep and it's fine, but it's been delicious and I love it. All right, so let me talk you through what's going on right now. I bought some avocados in, like, those you can get a bag of avocados when it's on a good price, and I am craving some avocado flatbread. It's actually one of my favorite things for like a casual breakfast when I'm not in a rush. And instead of buying naan bread at the store, I decided I should make my own naan bread. Now, whether this is like real naan or flatbread or some kind of bean, whatever you want to call it, or a pita, whatever. It's dough, it's yeasted dough, it's puffed up, squashed down, rolled into a flat sheet, cooked, and it's awesome. It's actually not that hard to make. I've made it a couple times already, so I will link the recipe that I am basing my version off of down below. And they have a YouTube video as well as a website with a list of procedures and ingredients. The only difference I'm going to change, the only thing I'm going to change is, instead of doing chopped up garlic, which is what they do. They do chopped up garlic and I think cilantro or coriander, I guess they called it in the video, but I think they're from the UK. I think coriander and cilantro is the same thing. I'm going to use garlic powder so I don't have to chop garlic forever. And also with that version, they press it onto the naan, but I think with the garlic powder, you can just mix it in. Which means once my avocados are ripe, I can actually have, like I'll do the naan bread warmed up in the skillet with mashed up avocado, just a little salt and pepper, and then I'll do like a fried egg or some salami, and it's great. I'm actually going to use my KitchenAid, and let's get the dough mixed up, because in the afternoon this apartment gets really warm, so at least the dough can like rise, and I will hide in some corner in the apartment was a little cooler. Actually, probably the walk-in closet. That space, because it's shaded, is actually really cool and doesn't heat up at all. But first, let's go and make some naan dough. Naan dough? Dough for naan. I hope this lighting is okay. It's a little bit of a make-do situation. We're a little dark on the side, so I turn on the overhead light. So we're a little like natural light, artificial light, we'll see. I want to show you something really quickly. My Amazon order just came through and I ordered some fun things. Now, what I really needed were command hook refills. You know those, the part of the command hook that you pull down and release, like the tape part. So order some of that. I also wanted to put my fairy lights back up, and the little command hooks for putting up lights. You can't seem to actually buy the replacement tape for that, I don't think. At least I couldn't find any. So unfortunately, I had to buy a whole new set. They weren't terribly expensive, but I was hoping you could just refill them and that would be great. Anyway, those are in the box. But more excitingly, I've got a book to show you, and I've got a little bauble, and I actually got like a super mini Sephora order. There's a second part to this Sephora order, but I don't think it's going to make it into this vlog. So we'll see. Maybe the next one, or we'll see. So first thing, I bought and I sure hope this works, I haven't tried it out yet. It's a lightning cable to HDMI adapter. So the idea is I can plug one end into my iPad Pro, plug the other end into the TV HDMI cord, and then I can watch whatever I want to watch on the TV. The previous tenant did leave a TV here, and since the storage room still isn't cleared out yet by the time I'm filming this, the TV is still sitting here. And meanwhile, I thought I'd just leave it here and you know, make use of it when I want to watch something. just so I'm not on the computer all the time and just have some options. I also realized that with my projector, which I've been using to watch movies and shows and stuff when I want it like nice and big, if I stick the projector screen onto the window with like suction cups or something, it needs to be dark enough or else it becomes backlit and you can't see anything. So unless I go back to Dress Sew and get some new fabric, like blackout curtain fabric that has a coating on the back to block out any backlight, which by the way, Dress Sew is still not open yet anyways, the projector isn't quite going to work in the moment. So I thought maybe this will be good. Now it says you could do, you can watch like all kinds of stuff on YouTube and like, you know, if you're on like a web browser through Sephora or Firefox or whatever app that you use, but it won't do like Netflix or Hulu or any kind of paid subscription. I'm going to see if it does Skillshare because I would like to do some tutorial, like watch the tutorials and do them at the same time on the TV. That would be really nice. So fingers crossed this works. So it's just like a little thingamabobble like this. It ran me about 20 bucks though, so better work. I've got a book that's really exciting. And this one is called No Pattern Needed. It's by Rosie Martin. It's not new, but it's new to me. I actually borrowed it from the library quite a while ago, and I kept going back and thinking about this one particular pattern that I actually took a picture of because I liked it so much. And I'm like, oh, I really like the shape of that. It's really interesting. And then since we're stuck at home with nowhere to go, nothing to do, might as well sew. What drew me to the concept of this book, on another note, is that it doesn't come with a pattern set or even a pattern block. The whole premises of No Pattern Needed is that you are using basic shapes, circles, rectangles, triangles, you know, stuff like that, and then your own measurements to draft the pattern based on instructions, and there are some visuals in there and diagrams which will help you along. But I like the idea, it's like easing yourself into pattern drafting without thinking about, you know, your pattern blocks and stuff like that. It kind of like an in-between. So I'll show you a couple of things that I'm really interested in. And again, all these patterns are based off of geometric shapes, which I thought was interesting altogether. The first one, based off of a circle, is this segment dress. And all of them can be done in obviously different variations. But I like this one with a little ruffle on the bottom. It's like a tent dress. And I think it would be nice to show off some prints. I have this IKEA fabric that's so fun, and I think would be really nice in a dress like this. Then, I think this is still circle, probably still circle. This is the skirt that had me just hooked onto the idea of this book and finally got the book. This wrap skirt with the contrast band around it, I thought is so darling. And of course you can make it in different lengths. Here's, they've got a shorter one. Hope you can see that. It's kind of like a wrap tulip skirt, but I really like the curve of it. I like in the contrasting band that highlights the design detail of the skirt. And this particular one I just showed you is made in heavy sweatshirt jersey, which sounds super cozy. There's also this ripple wrap blouse, which is a bit vintage inspired. And it's a bit close fitting, but it wraps around your waist and buttons up. You would probably put snap instead of buttons or tie or something. I think this is also based off a circle, so it's got really big flutter sleeves. I think that's real fun. And then the last one, I think this is based off of a triangle. It's a skirt with inserts, but I would probably just call it a godet. How cool is this skirt? Right. loads of other projects in here, but I like the idea of easing myself into some pattern drafting. So this will be fun. I'm gonna play around with this later and just like bookmark a few things. All right, let's real quick run you through my teeny tiny Sephora order. If it doesn't make it into this video, the part that's missing from my order, like I kind of made 2 orders together, because right now Sephora lets you redeem points for $10 off your purchase, and I wanted to take it off of, like I wanted to spend get $20 off, but then you have to purchase it separately so you can apply 10 and 10. I had been using the Mercier, what is it called? Mercier Caviar eye color, which was like a 100-point redemption perk from quite a while ago. And I just threw it on because I was doing some quick makeup to film, and it was so pretty. So it got me back into looking at the Mercier Caviar sticks, which is like a stick eyeshadow. And I picked up a color. So the one that came as the $100 perk was like a champagne, like a sparkle metallic champagne. This one, by the way, the packaging looks like this, but I'm sure you have heard about the product. This one I got in the color Khaki. And I've been really drawn into greens lately, which is completely not me. Growing up, I always avoided greens. Greens and yellows were not my thing. But as you can see in a lot of my YouTube thumbnails, I've been doing a lot of yellows, and then green has been popping up in a lot of my home decor. But this is a dark khaki. And let me just do a little swatcheroo for you. Ooh, it's so creamy. I don't know if it's a khaki or it's more of an olive. I'm thinking it's showing up a bit more brown here on the camera. But I'll insert the Sephora or the Mercier website. Yeah, it's a subtle khaki. I think this is a shimmer finish. Yeah, can I blend this out a little bit? Yeah, you can definitely share it out. It does lean more towards brown. So this is it, blended out a bit more. Anyway, oh, I need a towel. Because this stuff, once it sets, really stays on, so I don't want a big stain on my hand. Expensive, I think. It's like 38 bucks. But I also ordered the Charlotte Tilbury one, the one for brown eyes for daytime. That's coming to me. And then I mentioned I wanted to get a foundation that was a bit more natural finish. And I ended up with the Bobbi Brown Longwear Skin Finish Foundation. I had that before and I really liked it. But mine was a really old bottle by now, and I picked it up. I reordered it in a slightly different color, which might be a smidge of a better match for me with my neck instead of just like my face, because my face is a little darker than my neck. I will show you that when it comes in, like I said, likely in the next video. But in terms of samples I got, I'm really excited about this one. This is the Suasu Gentle Cleansing Foam. I'll use it, but I'm not like, you know, this is not the one. The one is the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. Have any of you tried this one before? It's been out for a little while, but Laneige products always intrigue me, and as a whole I've had pretty good experiences with them. So, and the full size isn't terribly expensive either as far as skincare goes. So, oh, come on, focus. There you go. So I'm gonna try these out. I'll get back to you if you're interested in how they worked out. But I'm gonna go make some lunch, and I will catch you in the next vlog. Bye everybody.